In the bustling metropolis of Chennai, India, nestled amidst the colorful tapestry of the Thousand Lights Road, a series of enigmatic deaths began to cast a shadow over the vibrant neighborhood. This picturesque area, renowned for its beauty and bustling clothing market, also boasted a revered mosque that stood as a symbol of the city's rich cultural tapestry. However, beneath the veneer of normalcy, a sinister secret was about to unravel. The perplexing chain of events commenced on the fateful evening of April 19, 2015. It was a seemingly ordinary day until a man named John Philomenon inexplicably collapsed onto the busy road. Frantic bystanders rushed him to the hospital, only to witness his tragic demise. The cause of death, a sudden and devastating heart attack. Little did they know that this was just the beginning of a series of eerie occurrences that would shroud their community in fear and intrigue. A month later, in the quaint town of Uthiramerur, located a staggering 90 kilometers away from the site of John's inexplicable death, another man named Sridhar experienced a chillingly similar episode of collapsing on the street. These two incidents, seemingly unrelated, were separated by a month, adding an air of eerie mystery to the unfolding events. Questions swirled like a dense fog. What was causing these unexplained deaths? And was there a connection between these seemingly isolated incidents? In the heart of Chennai, a city teeming with life and culture, these unanticipated deaths had sparked both curiosity and dread. All the victims were discovered on the road, their lifeless bodies offering no clues as to the cause of their untimely demise. Like John, Sridhar, a local resident, suffered a sudden collapse and was swiftly declared dead at the hospital, with the cause of death once again attributed to a heart attack. Then, on October 10, 2015, the city was plunged into mourning yet again when another man, Henry, fell while walking in the Madipakkam area, meeting the same tragic end due to what was assumed to be a heart attack. These inexplicable deaths, occurring on the road and all seemingly attributed to heart attacks, left the community both baffled and unnerved. The local police, despite their efforts, found no apparent reason to dig deeper or to suspect foul play. 3 unrelated deaths, separated by significant distances, all attributed to natural causes. It appeared that there was no connection, no link between them. These were just sudden and unexpected heart attacks that had snuffed out these lives. Families mourned their loved ones. Funerals were held, and life in the city moved forward, albeit with a lingering sense of unease. 2 years elapsed, and the city underwent significant transformations. Chennai had evolved into Delhi, and a new chapter in this perplexing saga was about to unfold. In the bustling streets of Delhi's Sara Bazaar, a man named Ravi Kumar suddenly became the epicenter of a shocking incident when he inexplicably fell on the street, feeling an unusual sensation on his neck. Perturbed onlookers wasted no time in apprehending the individual responsible for this bizarre incident, swiftly delivering him into the hands of the police. Ravi, however, would not recover from this ordeal, marking yet another chilling episode in this unfolding narrative of mystery and intrigue. Ravi, a man caught in a complex web of crime, would breathe his last breath within the confines of a hospital, while his suspected attacker, Prem, would now face even graver charges. Prem, a physiotherapist from Delhi, was ushered into the interrogation room, where he vehemently denied any personal enmity with Ravi, but astonishingly confessed to the murder that had taken place on that chaotic street. However, Prem's confession was merely the surface of a much deeper mystery. He proceeded to unveil a shocking revelation, claiming that he had been contracted by Anish Yadav, a gym trainer, to execute the murder of Ravi. Law enforcement agencies acted swiftly, apprehending Anish and initiating a comprehensive investigation to unearth the truth behind this complex web of mystery and intrigue. As the layers of this mystery continued to peel away, it became evident that Ravi had no known enmity with either of his attackers. Anish, consumed by an unrequited love for a woman who had chosen to marry another man. Ravi, found himself unable to relinquish the memory of his first love. This unrequited love drove him to concoct a sinister plan aimed at eliminating Ravi in the hope of reclaiming what he perceived as rightfully his. In his quest for vengeance, Anish turned to a BBC documentary detailing the mysterious death of a journalist in 1978, seeking inspiration for the perfect method of assassination. Anish, in a chilling sequence of events, procured poison and a syringe, persuading Prem, a physiotherapist, to assist him in this malevolent plot. As Ravi unsuspectingly walked down crowded streets of Delhi, Anish struck with the poisoned umbrella, intending to swiftly end his life. However, in a twist of fate, Ravi managed to grab Anish's hand in agony, inadvertently drawing attention to this sinister act. What transpired was a chilling reminder of the role of the deadly umbrella in the shadowy world of espionage, a method of assassination often associated with the key, designed to eliminate targets without raising suspicion. Victims would simply collapse in crowded streets with nodes of a weapon and no apparent cause of death. This sinister tale of unrequited love, meticulously planned murder, and the deadly umbrella had sent shockwaves throughout the Indian cities of Chennai and Delhi. It was a story that peeled back the layers of seemingly natural deaths, a narrative that commenced with inexplicable collapses on bustling streets and culminated in a chilling method of assassination concealed in plain sight. In a first for India, 4 individuals had fallen victim to this deadly umbrella, and the perpetrators behind these shocking crimes had finally been unmasked, leaving a city to grapple with the profound implications of these sinister deeds. As the chilling narrative unraveled further, it became increasingly clear that there was a dark underbelly to these seemingly natural deaths. The stories of Chennai and Delhi were not isolated incidents, but rather chapters in a larger and more sinister tale that had cast a pall over the city. Delving deeper into the chronicle of Chennai, where the enigmatic deaths had initially confounded the local authorities, an unexpected turn of events brought a glimmer of hope for those seeking answers. It was a curious turn of fate that would ultimately unveil the shocking truth behind these inexplicable fatalities. It all began when a prominent millionaire businessman by the name of Stephen walked into a Chennai police station in April 2016. As a real estate mogul, Stephen reported a significant theft that had occurred within the confines of his luxurious home. Jewelry worth lakhs and a substantial amount of cash had vanished without a trace. Suddenly, the city was abuzz with the news of a high-profile theft case that had set the wheels of justice into motion. The Chennai police launched a meticulous investigation, commencing with the filing of an FIR and an extensive review of SecTV footage. This footage revealed the presence of 3 suspicious individuals, their faces captured on camera. Interestingly, these faces were recognized by local businessmen who had unwittingly identified the culprits behind the theft. The police acted swiftly, apprehending all 3 individuals, Balaji, Guru Anandam, and Satish. The intriguing aspect of this arrest was that 2 of the suspects, Balaji and Guru Anandam, were revealed to be former drivers of none other than Stephen himself, the very man who had reported the theft. The 3rd individual, Satish, was an engineer. With the suspects in custody, the police initiated a search of their homes, hoping to unearth evidence that would link them to the theft. However, their initial search yielded no additional incriminating evidence. Nonetheless, the discovery of stolen goods at engineer Satish's residence raised suspicion. More alarmingly, the police uncovered 2 illegal Neelangarai pistols and a kilogram of potassium cyanide, a deadly poison concealed within Satish's home. Satish, in an attempt to deflect suspicion, offered explanations for these discoveries. He claimed that the pistols were for his personal safety, while the potassium cyanide, he asserted, was intended for cleaning jewelry. The police, however, remained unconvinced by Satish's explanations. They believed that there was more to his story than met the eye. This suspicion prompted the initiation of a covert and in-depth investigation into the life of engineer Satish. What the investigators uncovered would send shockwaves through the community and unravel a tangled web of relationships that defied belief. It came to light that Satish led a double life characterized by complex relationships that extended beyond the realms of ordinary comprehension. In addition to his wife, Satish maintained 2 separate relationships with girlfriends. Mary and Satish had been engaged in a tumultuous affair, marked by frequent arguments that escalated to the point where Mary felt compelled to report Satish to the police in 2015. What made this revelation even more chilling was that Mary's brother, John Philomenon, had been found dead near Thousand Lights Road in Chennai, the very location that had been the epicenter of the earlier inexplicable deaths. His death, at the time, had been hastily attributed to a heart attack, and no one had thought to question it further. However, when the police began to dig deeper into the records, they discovered an unsettling connection between John Philomenon's death and engineer Satish. Mary, as it turned out, was not the only one who had experienced a mysterious death in her family. Satish's own brother had succumbed to a similar fate, death by a heart attack. These unsettling parallels and the mounting evidence left the police with no choice but to reevaluate their initial assumptions. A decision was made to exhume John Philomenon's body and conduct a thorough autopsy and forensic examination. The results of the autopsy and forensic analysis would stun even the most seasoned investigators, hinting at a far darker truth behind the enigmatic deaths that had perplexed Chennai. In a shocking revelation, it was determined that the deaths of John Philomenon, along with 2 other individuals, Sridhar and Henry, were not due to natural heart attacks, as had been previously believed. Instead, poison had played a sinister role in their untimely demises. These startling findings were a turning point in the investigation, as they established a hitherto unseen link between the 3 seemingly unrelated deaths. All 3 men had collapsed while walking on the street, with no apparent cause of death. They had one common thread connecting them to a man named Satish. John Philomenon, the brother-in-law of Satish, and Sridhar and Henry, who were revealed to be the husbands of Satish's 2 girlfriends, were the victims in this chilling web of poisoning. With these revelations, the investigation had taken a macabre turn, and the authorities were left to grapple with the implications of a calculated and systematic murder spree that had been concealed behind the facade of natural deaths. 3 men, each with a connection to Satish, had met their demise under mysterious circumstances, and it was now evident that poison had been the instrument of their deaths. Upon further interrogation, Satish confessed to his heinous crimes, divulging a chilling motive that had led him down this dark path of calculated murder. It was a tale of vengeance and retribution, concealed beneath the guise of seemingly natural deaths. Chennai, which had borne witness to these unsettling mysteries, was now confronted with the disturbing reality of a calculated killer hidden within its midst. The story took an even more unsettling turn when it revealed a historical parallel that sent shivers down the spines of those who followed it closely. This narrative harkened back to 1978 in London, when a BBC journalist named Georgy Markov met a mysterious and untimely end. His death had been linked to an incident involving an umbrella, an event that had sent shockwaves through the world of espionage and intrigue. The story unfolded as follows. One day, while Markov was riding a bus, a seemingly innocuous man with an umbrella lost his balance. The umbrella accidentally brushed against Markov's neck. The man, ostensibly apologetic, went on his way, and Markov brushed off the incident as an unfortunate accident. Little did he know that this peculiar occurrence would set in motion a chain of events that would ultimately lead to his demise. What made this incident all the more perplexing was the fact that Markov began to feel unwell shortly after the encounter. Within 3 days, he had succumbed to a mysterious illness, leaving investigators baffled. This was not a horror story, but rather a sinister method employed by the Russian secret agency known as the KG. The KGB had employed a lethal poison called ricin, which could be injected through the tip of an umbrella. In this method of assassination, victims were not shot or stabbed, but were merely pricked by the tip of the umbrella, allowing the poison to enter their bodies. The lethality of ricin was such that victims would only realize their fate when it was too late, and the attacker had vanished into the shadows. It was the perfect weapon for espionage and intrigue, concealed within the innocuous facade of an everyday item. This method, reminiscent of tactics employed by spies and the Keg, introduced a chilling new way to kill in India. In an unprecedented turn of events, Chennai and Delhi had both borne witness to a series of deaths caused by an instrument of murder so deviously concealed that it sent shockwaves through the nation. In a tragic first for India, 4 individuals had fallen victim to the deadly umbrella, and the story of these sinister assassinations would forever be etched in the annals of true crime. The method used by Sridhar in Chennai bore an eerie resemblance to the tactics employed by the KGB in Georgy Markov's case. Poison had been the weapon of choice, delivered through a syringe hidden within an umbrella's tip. Victims collapsed in broad daylight on crowded streets, their deaths shrouded in mystery. The calculated nature of these murders left the communities in both Chennai and Delhi reeling, grappling with the realization that such sinister acts could occur within their midst. As the narrative unfolded, it was revealed that the victims in Chennai had not merely been random targets. Their connections to Sage, either through familial ties or romantic relationships, had made them vulnerable to his vengeful plot. John Philomenon, Sridhar, and Henry had unknowingly crossed paths with a man harboring a deep-seated grudge. In a shocking revelation, it emerged that Satish had meticulously planned the murders of John Philomenon and his associates after a family dispute. He had sought a method that would evade suspicion, and his choice of poison delivered through an umbrella's tip was nothing short of diabolical. It was a tale of calculated revenge, concealed beneath the veneer of natural deaths, leaving families shattered and communities in fear. This sinister narrative also shed light on the power of modern investigative techniques. In Chennai, the initial discovery of stolen goods, illegal firearms, and deadly poison at Satish's residence had triggered a cascade of events that ultimately led to the unraveling of the mysterious death. The use of CCTV footage had proven instrumental in identifying the culprits behind a high-profile theft, inadvertently setting in motion a chain of events that would expose the sinister truth. The revelation that Anish, in Delhi, had been inspired by a BBC documentary detailing the use of an umbrella as a murder weapon in the past was a chilling reminder of the lengths to which individuals could go in their pursuit of vengeance. Anish's obsession with a lost love had driven him to research and procure poison, all with the aim of eliminating Ravi, the man who had married the woman he could not forget. The calculated nature of this plot was a testament to the depths of human obsession and the dark corners of the human psyche. In the world of espionage, the umbrella had been a deadly tool, favored for its ability to eliminate targets without raising suspicion. It was a weapon concealed in plain sight, an innocuous item that could become a harbinger of death. The narrative had provided a glimpse into a realm where danger lurked, and conventional weapons were eschewed in favor of more devious and untraceable methods. The events in Chennai and Delhi were a stark reminder that truth could be stranger and more unsettling than fiction. The chilling tale of the deadly umbrella's role in a shadowy world of espionage had captured the nation's attention, leaving people both horrified and fascinated. It was a narrative that transcended the boundaries of mere crime stories, venturing into the realm of true life mysteries that would be recounted for generations to come. As the story drew to a close, the communities of Chennai and Delhi were left to grapple with the profound implications of these sinister deeds. The mysterious deaths on bustling streets had not been the result of mere chance or natural causes, but rather the calculated acts of individuals driven by obsession, revenge, and a twisted desire for power. The deadly umbrella had become a symbol of the darkest corners of the human psyche, a tool of destruction concealed within the ordinary fabric of everyday life. The echoes of these shocking events would linger long after the headlines had faded, serving as a stark reminder of the thin line between ordinary existence and the chilling world of true crime.